Hey guys, and welcome back to another design to manufacture video. Today we're going to be having a look at how to make these nice little push clips. So this is a little project that I've designed for something that I've got in the works that hopefully you guys will be seeing in the next couple of weeks. But for now, I'm just going to take you guys through the process of how I made these push clips. These are a handy little way to join plastic components together without having to use any adhesives. They're relatively strong, they're really quick to print, and so far they've been quite useful. I haven't tried it with larger diameters or longer lengths just yet, but in my small 6mm scale here, they seem to be working really well for the current application that I've got them in. I wouldn't have them holding onto any high-speed parts or anything ridiculous like that, but if you just want something to clip together nice and satisfyingly, or if you just want something to hold in place while you put a bit of glue in, these might be a nice little addition to your model. So without further ado, let's get into how I made these, so that way you guys can play around, design them yourself, and see how they go. Alrighty guys, so we're going to start with a new sketch. Being both cylindrical objects, we're going to be doing revolves. So we're going to start with a create sketch on a vertical plane. And I'm going to start by drawing the female part of the clip. So we're going to start straight up. The bottom diameter is 4mm. All right, so we're going to zoom in a fair way now. All right. Oh, the bottom radius, sorry. The diameter is 8 because I wanted it to have a little bit of a foot. All right, it goes up 1mm. Then we come in 1mm. And then we're going to go up another 6mm. Right? Then the wall of this is 1mm thick. Easy done. We come down 3mm, go in 1/2 mil. Alright? And this is the little ridge that locks the little push clip in. So it's going to be 1/2 mil thick. Alright, then it's going to go back out and down all the way to the base. Another 2.5mm and cut across. And then we join back up with the origin and we have a shape. Easy. That's mostly done there. But what we're going to do straight away is we're going to add a couple of radiuses or fillets. Alright, just to blunten these corners a little bit. I'm going to do both the top ones at a radius of 0.25 of a mil, just a nice little bit of a round. We're also going to do the outside. I'm going to do this one as well, just to soften it. All right, pan down a little bit. Grab this one, 0.25. All right, and we're going to do this one for a little bit of extra strength at 0.5. Now I'm also going to put a slight chamfer on this edge here. All right. Oh, are you going to actually do it for me? All right, there we go. Just a 0.2 of a mil chamfer. All right, just to help the push clip go in and lock in behind. Now, one thing I've noticed with these push clips is the first time they clip in, they're nice. They're really tight. If you force them in and out a few times, obviously it starts to get used to that wear and that movement, and they break in a little bit. And they're still tight and they still hold everything together, but that first clip is where all of that strength is. And sometimes when you print these for the first time, they can be a little bit tough. All right, but now we've done our profile. We can quickly revolve this around this, and we're done. Quickly throw on a section view, that way you guys can see what it looks like on the inside. So we're going to do the section analysis along this plane, and we're going to have this view. So you can see that looks quite nice. Now, there is one thing that we haven't done. I just remembered about it. All right, is we need to put a bit of a split in this design, or otherwise these two, the wall doesn't flex out enough to allow the push pin to go in. So that's a real easy job. We go create sketch. We're going to click the top face, and I'm going to use a center diameter right center rectangle. Click that origin, come out. Now this is going to be 0.5 of a millimeter high, and it doesn't really matter how wide it is as long as it's bigger than the main face. Finish sketch, extrude, and we're going to make sure we select all of this rectangle that we've just drawn, and we're going to go down negative 5.5 mil. Not quite all the way to the bottom, but down enough that if I throw on that section analysis again, you can see that it goes through everywhere. And what that does is it allows those sides to flex out when the push pin comes in to lock into place. So that's our model done there. Now I'm going to draw this all in the same sketch just so we can put it together and you guys can see what it looks like. So I'm just going to shuffle this one along out of the way so I can start my next component, which is obviously the male part with the pin that goes in place. So we're going to start off the same way we did before. We're going to go out 4 millimeters. All right. Oh. Then we're going to go up 1, in 1. Oh, no, we're not going to go in 1 this time. My bad. We're going to go in 3. All right. So quite a narrow stem on this design. We're going to go up 3.65. All right. Then we're going to go out by 0.75. And then basically we're going to go up on the center here. It's going to be, well, how high is it going to be? It's going to be, I'm just looking at my drawing here. It's 4.65, 5.65, 6.5. 6.5 millimeters tall. All right. And then we just line those two dots up and we have our profile. Like last time, we're quickly going to put a couple of fillets in. This one adds a bit of strength, so we're going to run that. And then we're just going to do 2 little gentle ones on these corners here at 0.25. All right. And that's going to finish this whole piece off. All right. So now we can hit finish sketch, revolve around that edge, hit OK, turn our analysis off. So that way you guys can see, oh, we've got this nice little push pin. All right. Now, just to show you guys how this would go together, I'm going to quickly put these two components, I'm going to have a crack at putting these two components together. Using the assemble tool, I'm going to just hit joint and see what it does. All right. If not, I'll just move it by hand. Actually, I might be able to align it, so that might even be better. So if we go, no, that won't work. I'm going to go assemble, joint. Oh. Got to create components from these bodies first before I can do that. Then I can go joint. I can select this and selecting the center of this shape. And then the center of this one. Then we can rotate. Right. Does it give me a grab handle for the other direction? Flip. There we go. So that should have snapped together. And now if I turn that section analysis back on, we can see how that's come in. All right. It's gone in. There's enough clearance for it to come in. It comes past that point, and you can see those two flat faces there lock into place. I'm just going to go okay with this joint. It's not what I want, but you can see how that all comes together. All right. So that's how this fits together nice and smoothly to make this whole contraption work. All right, you could do some more refinements. You could fiddle around with it. You could tighten up the tolerances. You can see I've got a little bit of tolerance there, But that's mainly to do with how I would print this, which I'm going to show you guys in the next video, how I'd set this up for manufacture. As I said, I've printed a few of these. They only take about 5 minutes to print each one on my old Creality Ender 3 V2. It's a pretty old machine. It's about 4 years old, but it can still pump these out with no supports really quickly and efficiently. So I'm going to show you guys that in the next video, how I'd set this up for printing, making sure that I've got adequate strength, and also a quick little visual of how it goes together, hopefully with a teaser for my new project. So until next time, guys, if you like this video, make sure you like and subscribe. All the support is really appreciated on this channel. And until next time, I'll catch you in the next video.